there, everybody. We're celebrating the 10th birthday of Omni Nashville. Yeah, the Omni Hotel celebrating. Got a cake, noisemakers, and a clip. Enjoy this. Do you remember when the Predators, it was everything was Predators, and we're going, is hockey going to work in Nashville?
Well, that was one of the things. You can blame Wayne Gretzky, really, when he went to the LA Kings and brought to southern markets and so forth. I have a trivia question I'm going to ask our guest as we get going. There were 3 finalists names for the Nashville franchise, and I'm wondering if he knows what those were. So we're going to
I
dig
don't
deep.
even know what those were.
Well, that's, you know, I'm just not a I'm not even a pretty face anymore. 10 years ago when this place was built, which is why we have all the happy birthday garb. Yes. 10 years for Omni Hotel. Okay, all right. Is that how we're going to do this?
This is exactly how we're going to do this.
Okay, game on, girl. Anyway, Sean Henry, Nashville Predators, President, CEO, joins us. Sean, thank you for your time.
Oh, thanks for being here. I love the party and love to be included.
We're so glad that you're here. You know what? And I'm a non-sports person, but I love what the Predators do. I have more fun. You guys make it a party every single game.
Well, you know, Barry Trotz, our new GM, obviously original coach, always says we play hockey. We don't work hockey, but it is. It's something you play, something you have fun with. So I'm glad you said that.
Oh, it's so much fun. And you do have the best mascot in the whole world of sports.
That we do, and it comes from the best name, despite the other 2 finalists.
That's right. So the Nashville Predators, born back here the first season. The expansion draft was 1998 in Buffalo, New York. I happened to be there covering it for the ABC station here. Barry Trotz, the coach, now general manager, says to me quietly before the expansion draft, taking Tom Fitzgerald and Dunham, the goalie. Mike Dunham. Thank you.
Yes,
very
I'm
much.
just going to come up with those
Amazing
names right off the top.
He said, John, I'm not going to be here when we get into the playoffs. I understand my role. I'm a developmental coach. And, of course, you can laugh about that, Sean, because he did, in fact, get them to the playoff many times. And let's just speak about this, the continuity of going from one general manager, David Poyle, a Hall of Famer, to a coach who now is coming back with one of his originals, Andrew Burnett. It's just, if continuity means championships, you have the right DNA.
Well, I think we do. And when you look at really nice transitions, you know, when we went from Tom Seeger as chairman to Herb Fritsch to soon to be Bill Haslam, was all planned. From Jeff Cogan to myself as CEO was planned. We both got hired. And about 4 years ago, we started working with David Poyle on, okay, when will your last season be? What do we need to do as an organization to get us ready for that transition? And the last part was, who was it going to be? We were both hopeful who it was going to be, but Barry was in the middle of winning a Stanley Cup in Washington, then he went on to New York. We thought, well, he's going to coach until he has the all-time win record. And he finished, I think he's 3rd right now, all-time wins as a coach. So we didn't even think that was a possibility. And then he called us that September after the Islanders let him go and said, you know, I would really love to be a GM for one team only. And if I could be considered, there's something I'd love to do. It would be, bookend to his career. But then all the other stories come alive too. As you said, Tom Fitzgerald, first guy drafted. He's a GM now in New Jersey. Andrew Burnett, the first man to score our goal, who Barry discovered in junior hockey 35 years ago, is now our head coach. So it's worked out pretty well.
Well, let's talk about the Omni and the relationship with all the things downtown. Another one of my stories I did at Channel 2 is the backside of the arena. When the arena was being built in '96 and then opened later that year and had U.S. figure skating and a Don King boxing match and all that. We don't have enough time for those stories. But the backside was thought to be somewhat neglected. This has been a crown jewel for fans, for teams. Just speak of this 10 years celebrating the Omni Hotel being on not really your backside. I don't think of the arena having a front or back door anymore, right?
Well, it no longer has a back door because of the Omni. Right. They truly changed the geography of the building. It used to be, before the Omni was built, 99.8% of the people entered off the main plaza. Another 2% entered the suite level. No one came in the south doors. If we never opened them, people wouldn't even have noticed. But when this building opened, it changed what we could be. We went from being the center hub of everything that happened around our building to just one of the spokes on the wheel, with Omni being another one
Wow.
And now, we had to expand the south. We built the plaza, we built a bar over there, double the size of the doors, because about 40% of our people ingress now through that side of the building, and even more egress because they do want to come over here. There's so many offerings on the south side now. It just shows the vision of Mayor Bredesen when he planned the arena with civic furniture, as he called it, and obviously Mayor Dean carried that torch forward by working with the Omni people. It's just been so easy, working with them. It's shared DNA, shared philosophy, great partners, but what they've done for the city is as good as what we've done.
So what are the other two names? We still haven't done the two names.
I don't know, if I have this wrong, then I've been carrying this with me for, ever since 97. But
Well, I think I know what they are.
okay, well, Craig Leopold, $95 million to get into the NHL. 12,000 season tickets had to be sold. They met that, which was thought to be impossible.
Yeah.
Predators, Ice Tigers,
Yes. And
Edge.
And Edge, his family's Johnson family, so it was the shaving cream. And even
okay.
though it didn't go with that name, remember the giant columns were painted as Edge spray.
Yes,
or,
they were.
shaving
You actually
cream cans.
got a sponsorship out of the deal. No, yeah.
And every time we squirted soap on the stairs. Pretty fast, our liability lawyer said, let's stop squirting soap on stairs. We made a lot
What could go wrong?
A lot of lawyers got rich off of the Edge promotion, but those are the three names. I'm glad we settled on the one we did, though.
See, me too. But you learn things here at Taste of Nashville. If you're new to Nashville, now you know trivia behind the Nashville Predators. Not necessarily one of he was the one that was chosen, but not the only one considered.
There was a saber-toothed tiger found underneath building a bank here. We could go on. Quickly, we have to go, but I wanted to ask you, Sean, moving forward and keeping things fresh, because clearly fans do travel around to different arenas, NHL, NFL, and this is the gold standard. And you continue to freshen up, you continue to invest. The team behind you and the continuity, because I know a lot of people have been there for a long time. I'm still friends with them. I haven't burned every bridge. What that must drive you as well, because the product can only, wins and losses are one thing, but keeping it fresh.
Well, wins and losses are the pulse beat of what we are, but you're not going to become the busiest venue in the world if you're not keeping the building. And when we signed our new 50 or 30-year lease extension on a building that was 20 years old, people say, why are you doing this? Buildings are 30 years old, you tear them down, you build a new one up. So no, great buildings you don't tear down. You keep the memories rolling. You want your granddaughter to see her first game the same place her father did and start talking about those memories. And, I'm not a Red Sox fan. I hate the Red Sox. I hate the Cubs. The Yankees died a little bit in my heart when we tore down the best stadium in the world to build the new one. Fenway Park special because it's 110 years old. Wrigley's special, 110 years old. Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, they say, is older than I am.
But it's had 4 different locations.
4 different locations, but the current one's 60 years old.
Right.
So we looked at it and said, where else would we want to be? If someone came to us and said, here's $2 billion to build the greatest arena ever built, but it can't be on Broadway, we'd laugh and turn it down. So the key to that is invest in the building every year. This summer we put $20 million in the building, bringing the total over the past 10 years to $125 million.
Wow.
But it's all about our fans. Our fans say, paint the wall orange, paint the wall black, paint the wall white. We don't listen to the color, but we hear what they're saying, paint the wall. Yeah. Replace this, add this, be creative. We have some of the best people that love our industry saying, all right, let's build out this new premium club so we can make sure our fans can get to the building at a really good price. And it sure has worked pretty well with the most passionate fans in all sports. We're at the top of our league in attendance categories. Again, the building itself is currently the busiest building in the world, which is amazing.
Well, a new era for the Nashville Predators with Barry Trotz now leading the way and having his understudy and a player. So it's a beautiful tapestry of what the Predators have done. The one thing that we're waiting for, we all are, down Broadway with the Cup.
The greatest, hottest parade we'll ever be a part of will be that one in June when we're celebrating
We'll
the
make
Cup.
sure that it starts near the Omni.
That's right. It has to
then
be.
works its way.
And I will say my favorite Pred story is I took some kids and they all bought foam fingers. I worked with the little kids at church. They all showed up at church on the front row on Sunday with their foam fingers.
That's
and they
awesome.
Say, Jesus, number one. So
We don't mind
Predators-
playing second fiddle to Jesus.
That's
so.
right. It was Predators number one, and then it was Jesus. And so it's a cool thing. My favorite. I love that story
That's
about
awesome.
the Preds. Thank you for all that you do for our city.
Oh,
Thank you, Sean.
both.
Dynamite.
And happy birthday, Omni.
Good deal.
Happy birthday, Omni is right. We're going to be right back with more Taste of Nashville.